In graph 22.5, we showed that a pooling equilibrium in which high and low risk types end up buying the same insurance policy will not exist if the fraction of the population that's high risk is too large. We'll now reduce the fraction of high risk people in the population and increase the fraction of low risk people to see what happens then. Insurance companies can always offer actuarially fair insurance contracts to high-risk individuals. In any pooling equilibrium, high-risk individuals will therefore have to at least get the utility level they would obtain if they fully insured under an actuarially fair insurance contract that is aimed at them. We've concluded previously that the insurance contract A is the full insurance actuarially fair insurance contract for high-risk types. We've also previously concluded that insurance companies can always offer actuarially fair insurance contracts aimed at low-risk individuals so long as they don't make them generous enough such that high-risk individuals would prefer them over the insurance policy A. Low-risk individuals will therefore always be able to purchase the insurance contract B, and in any pooling equilibrium, they must therefore get at least as much utility as they get when they purchase insurance contract B. When gamma, the fraction of the population that's of low risk, is equal to 2/3, the zero-profit pooling contract line will lie closer to the actuarially fair contract line aimed at low-risk types than to the actuarially fair contract line aimed at high-risk types. The precise equation for this line is given in equation 22.12, with gamma set equal to 2/3. The fraction of high-risk types is now sufficiently low for low-risk types to gain higher utility at the insurance policy D along the zero-profit pooling line than they would under the separating insurance policy B. We can now ask whether the insurance policy D could represent a pooling equilibrium for the competitive insurance industry. We already know that when the insurance policy D is offered by insurance companies, the low-risk types will prefer D over what they could get, the insurance policy B, in a separating equilibrium. High-risk types will similarly prefer the insurance policy D to the separating policy A that they could get on their own. Thus, if the insurance policy D is offered, no insurance company that offers either policy A or policy B will get any customers. Neither would there be any demand for any insurance policy that lies in areas A, B, C, or D, because all of those policies lie to the northwest of both the magenta and the blue indifference curves that pass through policy D. Insurance contracts that lie in areas E and F lie to the northwest of the blue indifference curve and to the southeast of the magenta indifference curve. Thus, only high-risk types would prefer such policies to the insurance contract D, and any insurance company that offered any such contract when policy D is also offered would attract only high-risk customers and therefore earn negative profits, since these policies lie below the actuarially fair insurance line aimed at high-risk types. Insurance contracts that lie in the areas G and H lie to the southeast of both the magenta and the blue indifference curve, and would therefore attract both high and low-risk types. But all such policies lie below the zero-profit pooling line, and would therefore result in negative profits if offered by insurance companies. Insurance contracts that lie in the area I lie to the northwest of the magenta indifference curve and the southeast of the blue indifference curve, and would therefore attract only low-risk types if offered in the presence of policy D. But all the contracts in area I lie below the zero-profit line for low-risk types, and would therefore result in negative profit for any insurance company that offered them. The only area of insurance contracts that's left is Area J. For all other areas, we've shown that if policy D is being offered, no insurance company would offer any policy in those other areas, either because there's no demand for such a policy when policy D is being offered, or because offering such a policy would result in negative profit. Insurance contracts that lie in Area J, however, pose a problem. Such policies lie to the northwest of the magenta indifference curve and the southeast of the blue indifference curve, and would therefore attract only low-risk types when policy D is being offered. These contracts also lie above the actuarially fair contract line aimed at low-risk types, and thus, if such policies are purchased by only low-risk types, they result in positive profit for insurance companies. Strictly speaking, the insurance contract D could therefore not be part of a pooling equilibrium, because if it was being offered, insurance companies have an incentive to enter the market and offer an insurance policy in the Area J that would attract low-risk customers and earn positive profit for the insurance company. It may still be that policy D emerges as part of a pooling equilibrium if there are some frictions that we haven't incorporated into the model. For instance, it might be that when everyone is offering policy D and someone starts offering a different policy, consumers incur some cost in evaluating the benefits and costs of that other policy. And if such costs for consumers are high enough, it may not be worth it for consumers to switch to a policy that lies in Area J. Or it might be that there are startup expenses for firms if they offer a policy in Area J when everyone's offering policy D. They may have to advertise or search for customers, and if those costs are sufficiently high, it may in fact not be possible for insurance companies to offer such policies when everyone is offering policy D and earn a positive profit. This is even more true if firms look ahead when they consider whether they should offer a policy in the Area J when everyone else is offering policy D. If they do offer such a policy and earn positive profit, it won't be long until someone else comes and offers the same benefit at a somewhat lower price, and thus profits will quickly be competed away. This begins to get into the area of strategic considerations, an area we won't be fully ready to explore until we've covered game theory in Chapter 24.